Hey, Jamly, how is everybody? Oh, I got hairspray on a part of my hair that I didn't want hairspray on. Oh, wow. How is everybody doing? Why does it keep doing that? Hold on. There we go. Maybe? I think it's just because I keep bumping it. The countertop is still sticky. I made pancakes last night, and somehow or another, I managed to get syrup on the table, on the countertop. I have wiped it down repeatedly, yet somehow it's still sticky. So, hi Kelly, how are you today? If you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's just because Danny and Godric are going to town playing. They are having a ball with each other right now, and my hair is gonna bother me. As of right now, I haven't been opening any messages and stuff in DMs. Hey, excuse you. Leave the neighbor alone. Hey, no. Hold on. Whoops. Sorry, guys. You got an iguana. You leave the neighbor alone. He sees this and he's like, hmm? It's really close. Wait, what did I miss? You got an iguana. It's really close. Hi, Charlie. Oh, you had to make a new one? That sucks. Leave them alone. I'm watching you with your hair standing up. Leave the neighbors alone. We got new people, so he's like, what the heck? But, oh my god, yesterday was super funny. Actually, I'm doing really good. Apparently, I am making a mess. Hold on. I'm making a huge mess, you guys. I don't even know how I managed it either. Apparently, my cup has got stuff on it. So, you guys, RV carburetor's done. So, be right back. Okay. You'll send it? Okay, I may not be able to open it though because I've been having trouble with my messages and stuff opening. About to make affiliate on Nice, Yosef. What are you streaming? What kind of stuff are you streaming? Do tell, do tell. I went through my Twitch thing today and went down the list of people that I've been following. And there was video games. Like, what video games though? Like, what are you streaming? Do tell. Which games are you doing? Coffee. I am drinking coffee, of course. It is 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, or almost 9 o'clock now. I've been up since 6. I finally have my first cup of coffee. When I say, like, I'm trying to explain to people, okay, you got to stop sending more messages because it's clogging up my phone. A little bit of everything. Oh, okay. But what do you call it? When I say that Danny is here, it's 5 p.m. there. Yeah, I was gonna say, Charlie, you guys are on the other. You guys are. Wait, aren't you in? Wait, Charlie's in Australia, aren't you? You're in Australia, right? No, you're not in Australia. Are you the one that's in Australia? I think you are. Either that or Canada. Forgot which one. Excuse me. That was gross. I did not mean to cough into my hand. I usually don't cough into my hand. I need to really... You're in the UK. Not Australia. UK. I need to stop drinking creamer in my coffee. I really do. I constantly do that. Nope. In the middle of England. Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm putting on, I'm doing hand sanitizer. I rub it all the way up my arms, and I have got stuff all over my arms from being out. What did I get all over me? Oh, that's from when I pulled the engine cover. When I pulled the doghouse off. Okay, doghouse, guys, when I say doghouse and I'm referring to the RV, I'm talking about the engine cover in the front. So the thing that covers the engine from inside the RV is called a doghouse. And the only reason why it's called that is because it looks like a doghouse. Hi, Allie. So I'm not referring to like a doghouse as in the dogs. I'm talking about the RV's doghouse. But I got stuff all over my arm from the doghouse, and I'm okay with that because Barb is running like a champ. I got to start her up again today, so I just make sure nothing be wrong with the doghouse. Yeah, I know. But I know, like, if I say that in the videos, people will be like, what do you mean you pulled the doghouse off the engine? Like, what's the doghouse doing on the engine? No. The doghouse is not on the engine. It's a doghouse is what it's called. Anyway, oh my gosh, you guys, I am so, like, I got the best night's sleep last night. I don't know what, I know exactly what the change was. And hold on, I'll tell you. One, I got to have a really long conversation with Taylor yesterday. So it was one. So I felt really relieved talking with him and hearing how things are going for him and getting some plans together because of the fact that he's separating from the military. And so that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to go into detail other than he is separating from the military. It has a lot to do with health issues. So if anybody's wondering, it does pertain to his health issues. One of them being one of the things he did get a waiver for. However, it has become an issue. So we'll just leave it at that. But anyway, so I got to talk with him. We got a good conversation going. We're trying to figure out some things because he may end up staying in Phoenix when he gets out. Because we're in this. We don't really have space to stuff another human in here. I mean, if we wanted to be technical, okay, if we wanted to be technical, an RV like this, if you're just vacationing with it, right, this thing is supposed to be able to sleep up to, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is supposed to sleep 4 people. We have 2 of us in here. The top bunk has been converted from a full-size bed to a twin bed, so it only holds 1 person. Sarah's bed, of course, holds 1 person. The bed up on top should have been a full. It should be able to hold 2 people. The bed down here where Sarah's at is supposed to be able to hold 1 person, and then the couch, which we no longer have in here, which we took out, was supposed to hold 1 person. So, technically, vacationing-wise, this would have been fine for 4 people. But living-wise, because we have converted things to allow access for the dogs and space for the dogs to move about, plus we've downsized the 2 of the bed sizes, it only holds 2 people. And it just wouldn't be smart trying to fit 3 adults in here, on top of having the dogs. It would just would not be smart. I mean, it can be done, but it wouldn't be smart. And so we've been discussing like what his options are, where he's going to go with this whole COVID thing. There's no jobs hiring outside right now, out here anyway. Plus Arizona just got put, like today, as of 5 o'clock today, there's going to be a official curfew. And then there's also going to be a stay home order. So it's officially going to be as of 5 p.m. today, you are requested to please stay home. Stay home, and it's an order, and you can do like things like essential things. Go to your doctors if you need to go to your doctors, especially if it's an emergency. If you need to go to the grocery store, and they've even said in the order that to shop for a 1-week supply. That is it. 1 week. Don't hoard. Get a week's supply of groceries so that way there's enough for everybody else. Because we are in such a small community, I really hope people follow that order. Because when people hoard out here, we just don't have the supplies for everybody that's here because we're in a small community. We have smaller stores. We don't receive as many like bulk items as everybody else does. And so it makes it really difficult for people out here to find and get supplies that they need. But anyway, so I talked to Taylor yesterday. We got a bunch of that figured out. And then last night, for some reason, all services went down. So there was no Wi-Fi, there was no internet, there was no phone services, like nobody's. Not AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Cricket, whatever. Everybody here in the park, we were all outside by our RVs talking across the streets. Nobody had service. Nobody. And that lasted for over an hour where no services were available. You couldn't even like call like T-Mobile, their T-Mobile number from your phone. Couldn't even access them that way. There was nothing. It was a zero dead signal. You couldn't even, and as scary as this is, it wouldn't even dial 911. The phone would not emergency service either. It was like, almost like as if though everything was wiped out. Okay, talk to you later, Allie. It's just, it was an absolute, like, it was really scary because nothing was working. Though we know now, you know, that it was because we don't know what the reason was, but everything started working again just fine. A little over an hour later. But in that hour, it was like, what's going on? Why is nobody's services working? How can every phone service not be working all at the same time? Hi, Jeffrey. But anyway, so with that going on, I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to dork with this stuff tonight. So I turned off the computer, which is what I usually lay down to and put a program on and just let the program run, and then I fall asleep and then my computer goes into sleep mode. Last night, yeah, it was scary. So last night I just turned the computer off. I slept uninterrupted. Even Danny didn't wake me up last night. I slept uninterrupted for 6.5 straight hours. And usually Danny wakes up twice in the night. She usually gets up at 1 o'clock in the morning and again at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then she's up at 6 a.m. She got up at her normal 6 a.m. But I went to sleep probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. And then I personally woke up at about, I think I woke up just before 4 o'clock this morning. So 6 straight hours of uninterrupted sleep. Enjoy this ocean and enjoy your... Oh, you bet, Kelly. You definitely enjoy that. Teresa, good morning. Danny. Not the collar. You guys tore that thing up. There ain't nothing left. You just shredded it. There's nothing left. Do you have a spot on your noggin now? Is that a spot on your head? Oh, no, it's not. Oh my God, she is so filthy, you guys. I'm not even kidding. This pup is just covered. Oh my, I shouldn't touch my face. She's covered in dirt, like covered in it. So I'm going to be taking her down for a shower here in just a little bit. I'm probably going to just shower her right here. The water's been really warm anyway, so probably just going to shower her in here. And then we're going to The Good Doctor season finale, and it was tiered. Oh, yeah, see, I don't watch The Good Doctor. I'm more of like forensic files, crime scene stuff, British crime documentaries, type stuff like that. Night before I had maybe 1 hour. Yeah, that's the thing is, most of the time I don't get much sleep because Danny is go all night. I'm not gonna knock on wood, touch wood. I don't want to curse us, but Danny, stop it. Denali, stop it. You have to stop. Why do you do that? Especially when he nips you to get you to quit. Danny. No. No, ma'am. Sorry, guys. What's that say? I watched a lot of crime scene shows. My daughter wants to be... Oh, nice. Yeah. He thought he was going to be whisked away. Yeah. Right? I hear you there. You guys are going to knock over the water bowl again. Oh my goodness, these dogs. Stuck her foot right in it. They shredded her like a rope toy that had a ball in the center. They destroyed the hard, like, Kong style ball in the center, and now have proceeded to unravel the entire rope toy. I'm watching them though, of course, because I don't want her to swallow any of the rope, which some dogs do. So I have to really watch her so she doesn't swallow that. But they're too interested in trying to get it away from each other that I don't think she's going to swallow any of it. But, you know, you never, ever know. Wow, good job. Yeah, keep pushing it. So definitely keep pushing it. I haven't been oh, no, hold on. I gotta go fix that. Hold on. Okay, you two, you're being an absolute mess. Stop. Because you're gonna make this whole thing fall over with water. No. Let's not do that, okay? Come here. Here, you can take this over there. Take that over there. There you go. Ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Had to fix that before that whole thing went falling over. That would have been a mess. Here, I'm going to set this way so I can see a little bit better. How's my buddy Taylor doing? I just mentioned that a minute ago. He's actually being separated from the military due to some health issues and some health concerns that they have with him. So he had his waiver and whatnot. He's made it over a year now in the Army, but due to some health concerns of him, they are separating him. That's all I'm gonna say. I know exactly which health concerns it is. There's several different ones, so they are separating him because of them. But they knocked it over anyway. Well, I'm not putting anything out there until you guys are settled down, because it'd be pointless to fill that back up again, because they are all over the place right now. Yeah, he's been in there a year already. Over a year. It's crazy to think that. Like, that's just crazy. Man, that coffee is good though. I love hazelnut. That's what I'm drinking in here, is hazelnut. They done knocked the whole thing sideways again. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't order it and then go pick it, like go to the pickup drop-off thing. I'm going to go get an outdoor area rug. Opening your... Oh yeah, no, I went in there because there's people that I follow that I was also subscribed to. So the people that I follow, I don't like just follow them to follow them. I follow them because I subscribe to them. And so I went on to see like which subscriptions were active still, on top of the fact that who was still actively streaming. And so I realized I was actually paying for subscriptions on people that hadn't been streaming in quite a long time. One of them was 11 months. I'd been paying a subscription of $5 a month for someone who hadn't streamed in 11 months. So I canceled my subscription on it. So I altogether, because I put $50 every month aside, what I call my entertainment money, to put aside for my Twitch subscriptions. If you count that out, that's altogether 10 subscriptions. So I have 10 channels that I was subscribed to. So what it ended up coming down to is that I now only have 4 people that I'm subscribed to. The rest I went ahead and deleted or removed myself from, because one, they're either not streaming anymore or they haven't streamed in quite a while. So one of them, the 11-month one, I'm almost certain she's not streaming anymore. The other ones hadn't streamed in over 3 months. One of them hadn't streamed in over 6 months. So the other ones were kind of like 2 and 3 months. But I was like, well, if I've been paying into their Twitch account for a subscription, and it's been 2 months and they haven't done any activity. So the whole point is supporting their channel and keeping their channel going. And if they're not even gonna stream, well, then what's the point in paying into the channel? See, Danny, well, hold on. Oh, no, 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 no. Denali, girlfriend. Why? I don't get why you do that, girl. I really don't. I don't understand it. You've got to stop doing that. No, stop it. That's... No, no, no. Okay, so no more of that. Nope, nope, nope. You can't have that no more. Oh my God, you guys. They just drug literal gobs of mud into the RV. Hold on a moment. I got a big mess to clean up. Hold on a second, guys. I'm not even kidding. I have to clean this up before it ruins my floor. No, outside. Come on, outside. Go on. Get outside. Yeah, you're sliding on it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, you guys. How'd you bring that much in? What did you do? Carry a bucket? Let's try to get that off first. Hold on a second, guys. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. It's even in the carpet. Oh, I'm just gonna kind of gob it up here. Hold on. And then I gotta mop the floor. Hold on, guys. Stay out there. Don't come in here. Wow, okay. So that's a thing. No, you stay outside. You can't come inside right now. Oh boy. I don't even know how I'm gonna manage that. Come here, Mop. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, sleeping in? Yeah, not mine. Danny is up bright and early, 6 a.m. without fail. She never sleeps past 6 o'clock. Ever. I'm gonna have to go get the thing to wash the flooring. I don't know why this thing never actually mops correctly. It's a good thing it's a small space. You guys, I'm not even kidding. It's literally a good thing it's a small space. Because if this was like our old house and it was like a massive like kitchen and living room space and they came barreling through with mud, we would have had an absolute disaster. This, thank goodness, is an easy cleanup. I mean, it's mud. It's everywhere. Oh, God, it's all stuck right there. Wow, you guys made a huge mess. My goodness. You guys can stay out there, though. You guys don't need to come inside. Hold on a second. I want to put the other thing up right here so they can't come past this. They can play outside for a while. It's freaking beautiful outside. Don't mind the mop in the sink, guys. Let me have this. You guys can stay outside and play. You do not need to come inside right now. There we go. Alrighty then. I'll have to mop this one more time after this. But, yeah, because it's all over the place. So, let that dry up so I can see exactly where else I missed. But, you know, sorry, move my coffee. Right, yeah, so now there's a massive, I'm not even kidding. You guys, when I say there's mud everywhere, she knocked over the whole thing. So now there's just this mass mud puddle. And it is, that's what she's been playing in. So now she's covered in it. She is completely covered in mud. You're soaked, girlfriend. What in the heck? Look at her paws. Oh my God, you guys. Look at her paws. Look at those muddy paws. And she's covered in it. Like, so much for a white puppy. Look at her back. She rolled in it, so it's all stuck in her fur. Big old glob of it on her hip. Danny, look at me. It's all over your face. Oh my gosh. You're covered in mud, sister. Oh my God, look at her butt. Denali, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're covered in mud. You guys, her whole hip. No. No, 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 no. Do not come in here. Look at her leg. Godric, leave him. She's covered in mud. Oh my God. Tong's like, oh, there's mud. I know, guys. You're all right. You guys can play outside for a little bit. And I don't want to hear no people hating. They can stay outside for a minute. If you were a parent, you'd be doing the exact same thing with your kid. If they were covered in mud, you'd be like, you know what? Play outside for a bit. I'll get you a bath in a little while. So, oh, that was loud. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, she's so covered in mud. That's what she drug in here. She proceeded to, she knocked over the bucket, so I already knew that. The water bucket and stuff, right? So I knew she was going to do that. But then, on top of the fact that she knocked the water bucket over, she decided to dig at the mess. That's why I was like, no, 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 no. That's why I ran out there. Because the blanket thing that we had set up out there is like a big, like, throw blanket thing. So that way they'd have an area to kind of get at, like, lay down on instead of in the dirt. And so she was digging at that into the mud. And so I was trying to move the blanket, which is what I was doing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. I mean, he's doing good. Don't get me wrong. Don't hear me wrong in that. He's doing really good. He's just medically, with everything that's going on, and him having some outstanding other medical issues prior to service, that he did. Godric. No. Leave them alone. Nope, Danny, you are not coming inside. No. No, ma'am. So because of that, there's some other underlying issues that go in hand with that, and with everything that's going on, they don't want, I should say he's at a higher risk, with everything that's going on. So they're in like full lockdown. Like even like a lot of the cadets and stuff and a lot of the trainees aren't even allowed to do any of their like normal like tasks. So they're not doing, none of them are doing like, you know, where they come together. I forgot what it's called. Formations. They're not doing their formations because that's 10 or more people and they can't have that and stuff. So, but anyway, so I was saying about Twitch. So I ended up deleting a bunch of people that I was following. So like I said, I only had like a list of like 10 people that I actually followed because I did pay into it. So the good news is, here's the good news. I have the 4 people that I absolutely watch, that still continuously stream. So I'm still following them. So that leaves me the availability now. I have 6 more people that I can now put that subscription to. So, because that is money I already have budgeted aside for me. So I have $50 towards Twitch every month. I know that may sound stupid to people, but I look at it this way. People pay into my channel. And so I take that money that I earn from my channel and I share it out. I haven't streamed a video game in a while. I don't keep the VODs from when I do like a live stream on Twitch. So I don't ever keep those. I think that the VODs are really cool to use for like the gaming. But, oh my God. She just laid down in the mud puddle. So that's happened. Oh boy. You guys, this is going to be a fun adventure getting her washed. The good thing is, the showers are just right down the thing here, about 8 RVs down. So I'll just take her down there and shower her again. Ooh, Danny, that wasn't nice. Hey, Denali, that wasn't nice. Come here. That wasn't nice, ma'am. She just like stepped on Winnie Bear's face. She's kind of a super klutz right now, which most puppies are about this age. Between 4 and like 7 months. Denali. Hey. Danny. No. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Danny. No. Come here. You need to not do that. That is not nice. No. 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 Wow. She's really big compared to Winnie Bear. And so she's going over and she's pounding like both paws on top of Winnie Bear's face. And then barking at Winnie Bear, which she's just trying to be a puppy. Oh no, she's like this all day. She's just being a puppy and she's trying to play, but she doesn't realize that she's so much bigger than Winnie Bear. And that's the one dog that she tries to play the most with, though Godric is the one that will play with her. Tonks is just old, so he doesn't really care to. But Godric will play with her. But Winnie Bear just gets super irritated because she doesn't know how to follow doggy rules, I guess you could say. Like, she doesn't get it. And you kind of have to let the dogs teach the puppy when it comes to, like, what's acceptable dog behavior and what's not. But when they're getting on her and she's still not kind of listening, then that's when I have to step in. And Winnie Bear was nipping at her and growling at her and yapping at her, letting her know, hey, stop it, stop it. And she wasn't stopping. Yeah, Tonks totally is like a chill. He just chills. He's too old. Danny doesn't even try to mess with him. I think that he put her in her place. He's bigger than her. And so when she was getting crazy one day, he really like put her in her place. And so she avoids him in the sense of play. She'll curl up with him for nighttime and sleep time and naps and stuff, but she will not initiate like play sessions with him. And I think that's just because she was taught by him that he won't do it. So just don't. Winnie Bear and them will play with her, but then she breaks the doggy etiquette rules and she doesn't know when to stop. Like when they tell her that's enough. Whoa, you've just broken a rule, time out. She doesn't time out. She keeps going. And that's part of being a puppy. But it's also, she's super, super, like, strong-headed, and she's bigger than the other two. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jeff. But when she gets on Winnie Bear, like she does, like, she'll grab Winnie Bear by her collar, and she does that whole jerk her face thing, like dogs do, will shake, violently shake something. She does that to Winnie Bear. And she'll sling Winnie Bear by her collar. Well, Winnie Bear's all of, like, 10 pounds. And Danny's 30. And so she will, like, launch Winnie Bear across the room or across the yard, and I have to get on her about not the collar, because she grabs that collar and she holds onto the collar, which is going to snap Winnie Bear's neck. That's like my hugest fear right now with Danny and being a puppy, because it wouldn't be her fault. You know what I mean? Like, she's a puppy and she's playing. So it wouldn't be her fault, but it would be absolutely freaking devastating if she did that and killed Winnie Bear. But it would be a complete accident. So I told Sarah yesterday, I think what we might end up doing is just taking Winnie Bear's collar off for now. The only problem we have with that is Winnie Bear's not microchipped. We got her already spayed and whatnot, so she wasn't microchipped. So she's got a collar on with Sarah's phone number and stuff in her name. So if we take, and Winnie Bear's an escapee, like, she loves to jump the fence. She hasn't jumped the fence here yet, but you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know, like, when she's finally going to be comfortable enough to decide to go explore the neighborhood. And if she gets out, she won't have a collar on. So I'm kind of, you know what I mean? Like, do we go ahead and take her collar off to prevent a tragedy? Or do we keep her collar on to prevent a tragedy? Because if she gets out and nobody's able to contact us, how would they know? And the people in the RV park are coming and going, so nobody here would really, other than our neighbors right next to us and the people behind us, would know that that's our puppy, that's our dog. Danny, what are you doing? But yeah, so when she does the slinging Winnie Bear around, but then the using her two paws and like jumping at Winnie Bears, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a dog do that, where they'll have like a toy or something on the ground and they'll jump and shove both paws into it over and over again, like pushing it, almost look like they're trying to perform CPR. She does that to Winnie Bear's face, and barks at Winnie Bear to get Winnie Bear to play. But of course, in the process, she's hurting Winnie Bear. And so Winnie Bear gets aggressive and gets mad, and she's like trying to get her to stop because it hurts. And so that's when I have to intervene. Because at that point, Danny's just not listening, and she's not catching on that Winnie Bear's not playing with her. And I think it's just because they're so much smaller than her. And that's probably why she continues going, because they're tinier. Even Godric is smaller than her at this point. And so I think she doesn't take them as seriously as she should, because she's definitely much bigger. Oh my gosh, she's so covered in mud, you guys. I'm not even joking. Look at how covered she is. She is a big pup. Like I said, that's Winnie with her. So Winnie Bear's tiny compared to her. And then you got little Godric over there. And Tonks is like, I'm just going to chill right here. Y'all can do you. Oh, the thing for the screen door. I can't believe there's that much mud. But look at how covered she is. Yeah, she's just caked in mud. She's a beautiful dog, though. Look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful, dirty face. Winnie Bear, you're not white anymore either. And then this little goofy dog. Hi, Goofy boy. Hi, Goofy dog. Like I said, she is a big girl. Nope, you have to stay outside. You're covered in mud, girlfriend. Right, they're all super freaking adorable. Bella's up front, sleeping in the driver's seat. As usual. She's like the captain of the ship. No, she's definitely a very good cat. I was going to start Barb up for you guys, because you guys haven't heard Barbara started. So who wants to hear Barbara started up? Now that we got the carburetor fixed, like, I got her all done up. So who would like Taylor was like, Mom, I can't hear anything yesterday. And I was laughing because I was like, she's definitely not quiet. It took him a minute to figure it out that it was that was the engine running. Let her rip. All right, hold on. Gotta get the keys. Hold on, I gotta go unlock it, and then I'll take you guys around. Oh, wow, the floor is still soaking wet. I thought it would be dry by now. Okay. All right. You guys ready for this? Okay. Nope. You guys got to go back that way. Okay. Oh, everybody went potty again. Hold on. Woo! Almost fell. So, hold on. I'll show you guys. I would have climbed in from the other side, of course, but I've got the ladder and stuff up right now, so. Whoa, I almost fell. Okay. Sorry, I've got to move the thing out from under me. Make sure the cat doesn't run out of here. No, Mocus, you have to stay there. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. This is just the curtain for the inside. But, hold on. Everybody ready? And Barb is running. There she is. Can you guys even hear that? She's just a chugging away. Yep. I love my baby. So. Gotta love the curtain. Hold on. Yeah, she's a chugging away. I know, right? And I give her a little bit of gas and she actually revs up. Like, yes. Oof. And she is smoking it up. Ooh wee. That's it, Barb. There you go, girlfriend. That's my baby right there. Oh, did you step into poop too? Get down. Off. 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 Oh yeah, she definitely stepped into poop. Do not jump on me. You got poop on you. Nope, nope, nope. 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 Right? Like, hello. She runs like a champion. No, now you really have to stay outside because you really need a bath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've met like pretty much everybody that comes and goes in here. We're all doing our part to social distance, of course. So we all kind of like sit outside and like chit chat, but we don't like get into each other's like space. Because each RV space has its own space, right? Like if you guys see here, our hookups are on this side of the RV. So this is our entire space, right? Until that hookup there. That hookup belongs to my neighbors. These guys are the most amazing people in the world. So this right here is all our RV space. Now, the next space we're going to is a little bit smaller of a space, which I'm fine with. I wanted it smaller because it also has trees. We wanted something with a little more shade because our RV, Barbara doesn't have awnings on her. She will in time, but right now she doesn't, which means that we don't have any kind of shade for like our porch area or over the bed spaces, right? So it makes it really hot in here when the sun is beaming into those windows. Yeah, that is also an Itasca, you guys. So as you know, Barbara's an Itasca, and this is also an Itasca. So she's also a GMC. My neighbors are amazing, by the way. Oh yeah, we all just kind of sit around talking. We kind of all get right here on the sidewalk and we all just like sit behind our RVs and just chat, right? We all just kind of talk and chit chat. The people right next door to me, the ones I just showed you, they were the ones like when we went to go to the store, we went to the store later in the evening. This was about a week ago. Went to the store and there was no cooking oil, like none. Okay. I mean, when I say there was no cooking oil, I mean, there was no cooking oil at any of the stores, not the dollar store, not the Walmart, not the Safeway, nothing. Well, then they gave us some oil that we could use. And so I was really, really like happy about that because I was cooking and I needed some cooking oil. And I was like, well, that was already I had already thawed out the meat and stuff for dinner and I really needed cooking oil. So they gave us some cooking oil. The next day, they got to go for senior shopping hours, right? And so we were getting ready to go to be there for 9 o'clock when it opens up to the rest of the public. But they went ahead of us, of course, because they can shop from I think it's at 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning is when senior shopping hours were, until 8:30. And then 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 is when they get the store ready for everybody else to come in. they went to the store first, and when they came back, they brought us a bottle of vegetable oil. She was like, I wasn't sure if you were going to get there on time and if people were going to empty the store before you got a chance to get over there. And because we're all the way outside of town, we try to hit that closer store to us. So we went there first when we first went shopping, and we got a couple of items that we needed. But she was right. The cooking oil was already sold out by the time we got there. We went to Walmart, and the cool part was Walmart did have some extra virgin olive oil left over. So we were able to grab that. But that was literally all there was. We grabbed the last 2 bottles of extra virgin olive oil. But yeah, these guys were amazing. They bought us a big old bottle of vegetable oil because they knew that it would be gone by the time we were going to be able to go shopping. So I thought that was really awesome. They're super sweet. They have this little Chihuahua mix dog. Oh, that's what you use. And so his name is Leo, and he's literally the cutest thing in the world. And I absolutely think he's hilarious. Godric, stop growling at the neighbor. Stop it. Though I am kind of weirded out by the one guy. He's all the way, like, his RV is all the way at the other end of the park. Way down here. Stop. He drove all the way over here. Hey, leave Leo alone. Leave Leo alone. That's just Leo. Leave him alone. He drove all the way from on the other end of the park to come over here. He pulls up in my yard to introduce himself, and he's seen Sarah and I going to do laundry, and so he followed us down to our RV, but like passed us by. So I didn't think anything of it the first time, but then he showed up here later on that evening to introduce himself. Said I seemed like a nice woman, and he wanted to introduce himself. He's all the way at the other end of the RV park. Well, now every day that we've been in this spot, every day he walks all the way down here with his little Pomeranian and like hangs out in the yard across the way. Now that that RV is gone, he's been kind of like sitting at that picnic bench with his little dog. Kind of creeping me out. He hasn't done anything. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't done anything. But the fact that he followed us to find out what RV we were in and then has proceeded to just kind of hang out here when he's got a whole park and everything at that end over there. This little space right here is just an RV space with a picnic bench. And he hangs out right there with his dog. It's kind of weird. Like I said, I kind of just ignore him. Like, I go out there and I just kind of ignore him and go about what I'm doing. It does sound creepy, right? Like I said, he hasn't done anything other than just like constantly be there. We're moving space. Like, we're going to be moving our space here. Oh, yeah. There's my neighbor. He uses this side empty lot right here to swing through to come to his own place. I know, right? You're like, I wonder how much money we're going to save now because, you know, the hubby's doing the shopping instead of me. I don't know. Here's the thing. When I go shopping, and a lot of people don't know this about me. One, I coupon. Okay, so sorry guys, but I'm a coupon clipper. I am that one in the store when you go to the store and you get in the line and I've got like a stack of coupons. That's me. So when I go grocery shopping, I always have coupons clipped way ahead of time. I've got a little billfold thing that has it divided into like frozen foods, like frozen meats, frozen section. So I've got like that, frozen vegetables, canned vegetables. I've got breads and dairy products, stuff like that. I've got it all separated in this little folder. My aunt taught me that back when I was pregnant with Taylor, how to do my coupon clipping and how to divide it into like a little folder. So when you went grocery shopping, you knew what you were going for. And so you knew which billfold to look in, little space to look in. So that's how I go shopping. And on top of that, I try to find the best deals before I purchase. So I will go online and I will look at like, say, Smith's or Safeway and Walmart and see what deals they have going on first. And see who has the better deals on things that I'm going to go for. And so then I'll know, okay, I'm going to go here for these pieces and then I'm going to go here for this part. So I never do all my shopping in one location. So if people are like, you know, you went grocery shopping, but you were gone for 3 hours. It's because I went to, you know, several different stores. So I went to either 2 or 3 stores. So yeah, grocery shopping is always a big like endeavor for me because, and I hate doing it, by the way. Absolutely hate it. But when I do go, we go multiple places and then we stock up like we did here. So we've got chicken and fish and sausages. And why does my thing keep doing that? And just by what sounds good. Always said I would start couponing, but never really started. I have the Target red card though. That's cool. See, we don't shop at Target out here. We all know better than that. Target out here is way expensive compared to any other store here. They are the highest priced place to shop. And on top of that, if we tried to go to Target now from where we are, it would take us about 45-50 minutes to get there from where we are. Because like I said, we're not in town anymore. Oh, and guys, I just found out the other day, my Arizona fishing license covers me on the Nevada side. The guy that I spoke to was like, oh, no, you have to have a Nevada license too if you want to go over there. So I was like, well, I live on the Arizona side, so I'll just keep it as the Arizona one. I won't pay for the Nevada. And I just talked with the game guy, and he was like, no, you're fine to go over there. And I was like, you're sure? I mean, I don't want to be over there fishing and find out that I'm illegally fishing. And he goes, no, your license covers you for the Laughlin side. I say you saved over 400. I tell everyone, oh yeah. Except for the fact that here's the difference. Okay, so if I was to go, this is just our Target. This has nothing to do with anybody else. If I go to our Target, a gallon of milk at our Target over here, I'm not even kidding when I say this, is $4.22. Okay, $4.22 a gallon. If I go to Smith's, it's $1.79 for a gallon. That's a massive difference. So even with the card or the red card or whatnot, it would still be too much of a difference to go anywhere else. That you posted a fishing a video. Oh yeah, we were just, it wasn't even, we didn't catch anything, which is super. My friend went yesterday. He was on the Nevada side. And he's like, come join us. And I was like, I can't, my license doesn't cover that. And he was just like, wait, what? You have an Arizona fishing license, right? I was like, yeah. He goes, it covers you over here. I'm like, that's Nevada. How can it cover? And he's like, oh my gosh, it covers you over here. It's like, well, I'm not gonna, I said, are you guys even getting any bites? And he's like, no, we're not getting anything. And I was like, well, then I'm not wasting my time. If nothing's biting, not even nibbling. And that's the thing is, here, when you go out, it was probably fun just being out. Oh, it was. We relaxed for forever. And then, of course, we were having fun laughing at the different songs we were playing from TikTok. Oh my God, you guys. I'm addicted to TikTok. Like, I don't make TikToks. Okay. That is not my thing. But I am addicted to watching TikToks. And that's Sarah's fault, by the way. I'm going to fully blame her for it. And here's the only reason I'm blaming her. I heard of TikTok, but I wasn't even remotely interested in downloading it or whatever. But Sarah kept sending me TikToks that were super hilarious to my messenger. So she kept sending me TikTok videos. She was like, oh my God, you have to watch this. And of course I would die laughing. And so she just kept sending them over and sending them over and sending them over. And finally I was like, I'm downloading the app because I want to see these things. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, she's starting to dry. So now you can really see just, oh my God. She keeps going over there and laying in the mud and rolling in it. So now you can clearly see just how muddy my baby is. I love that she looks over at me like, what were you talking about? Look at that beautiful face, you guys. You can really see her Labrador in her today. Like the lab really is starting to show up in her face. Look at that lab face. Look at that thing. She's looking less like there's only certain times where she makes like a certain face. Oh gosh. She makes like a certain face and she looks just like a boxer. And boxers and all of them have that, I guess you'd say a lot of like boxers kind of have that same kind of pitty look. So a lot of people will mistake like certain breeds for pits when they're not. Pits just have a very rounded out look, right? So they look and resemble quite a few different breeds. Danny, no. Leave it alone. Leave that alone. Thank you. So Danny will make certain faces. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. No, Denali, don't. Like I said, she doesn't lay still for long, guys. Let me go pick this up before we end up with a nice mess. Hold on a second. I don't know how you guys do this. That's not me. You did messes. And then you just laid right in it, Tonks. That's gross. Why are you gonna lay in it? Little weirdo. And Danny over here just walking up in it. Okay, and this is definitely totally Godric. Yuck. Ew. Oh my god, there's so much mud. I gotta try not to walk in all of it. Ew. Okay, hold on. I gotta wash my hands. Because that was really gross. Oop, stay. Why are you so yucky? I don't even know how I got this stuff all over me. Ew. I don't even know. I got stuff all over my arm and I don't know how. Literally did not have that there 2 seconds ago. I'm super tanned up though. Okay. I'm gonna have to grab another thing of paper towels out at some point today. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. What did I miss? Oh yeah, happy puppies. They are too. Like they get out a lot, especially Danny. I take her out quite often. She gets out quite a lot. So I get up with her at 6 o'clock and we get out. I run her ragged, like, because I go for my run anyway, so I might as well take her with me and get her exercise on, because we try to wear her out, but it doesn't work. I usually go about roughly 5 miles in total. Today we did probably about 3.5 just because I was not feeling the run this morning. But usually roughly 5 miles. And she comes back and she'll lay down for about 30 minutes and then she's up and raring to go again. So she doesn't go to sleep. She just like plumps down on the floor. But you know how when you have a child or a person, adult, who has ADHD and how they just cannot sit still, like at all. You like my mug? I love my mug. That's Danny. She can't sit still, even for just a few minutes. Like she'll lay down for a minute, like you think she's getting ready to rest, and she'll lay down. And you're like, okay, good. She's gonna lay down and maybe take a nap. She'll lay down, and then all of a sudden she bounces back up, and she goes and looks at things, and then she lays down again, and then she gets up and she goes and grabs something else, and then she'll lay back down. It's almost like her little brain just can't stop for just a few minutes so she can actually rest. She just keeps going and going and going and going. And I feel kind of bad for her because there's times where you look at her and she's yawning and her little eyeballs look so sleepy. And you're like, I know she's tired. So usually right about 10 o'clock, which is coming up here soon, I'll usually put her in her kennel so she can lay down, which in a way kind of forces her to take a nap. But right now she's covered in mud, which means I can't put her in the kennel because she's covered in mud. But this is what's happening. This is how I know that this is her nap time, right? So that's how I know that she's so used to her 10 o'clock nap that she's finally starting to just lay down. Tonks is falling asleep too. But she's starting to finally lay down and like snooze slightly during the day. Now, that's how you can really see a good size comparison. Tonks is 80 pounds, right? He weighs exactly 80 pounds right now. And she is 30. Besties of buddies. So she really relies on him for like comfort and stuff. So when she wants to lay down, like even in here, she'll curl up next to him, which I think is super, super sweet. So he's like, I'm going to lay down and take a nap. And so she's like, all right, I'll lay with you. But yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful dog. Even covered in mud. She's gorgeous. No, you guys can stay out there. I got to clean up the mess you guys made. I've got a good little yard rake thing, so I'll go out there and move the gate and like rake a bunch of more dirt and rock into the yard. Ours looks almost barren of rock because the dogs get to running and playing, and it's like scatters all the rock away from the area. So I'm gonna go and get some more rock and put it down. I don't even have to go anywhere. I just have to go outside the gate and rake a bunch of it towards this spot. So that way we can cover it up. Because they get crazy and they kick all the rock outside of that space. So what I'll do is I'll actually close the gate in closer to the RV and then go out there and do that. Yeah, I love that. Like, I love these guys. Like with everything that I am. Even Godric, even though he can be a complete headache, he has been, I have to admit, out of all the dogs, even concluding Tonks, being in this RV, Godric has done the best. Mind blown, right? I thought for sure he was going to be an issue and that we may end up getting kicked out of the park because of his inability to not, like, he barks at everything. The only time he's barked at anything since we've been here is when I'm not paying attention, and to keep this on hand. So if he barks at something and I come around the corner with this, he's like, oop, okay. But for the 99% of the time, if he sees something outside, he'll come inside to get me. So he has very rarely barked at anything, which is huge. And I started working with this when we were at the other property. No, this does not shock him. So I know people are going to be like, that's so mean. This has nothing on him. Like, he is not wearing anything that goes with this. This just produces a sound. It's like a sonic sound. I've noticed that there's only two dogs that this works on, and that's Winnie Bear and Godric. This has no effect on Danny or Tonks. Tonks could care less that I have this. Danny will bark back at it. But Godric and Winnie Bear immediately respond to the sound that this makes. So I know, I can tell you this, it doesn't work with all dogs. So you just have to have a dog that has a higher sensitive hearing, I guess would be what it is, because it's kind of like a dog whistle, set at a certain level. And so you have to, like I said, you can't adjust the sound that this makes. It's just one set sound. So it may work on your dog, it may not. I know, like I said, with 4 dogs in the household, knowing that, because there's somebody right outside walking. No, thank you. With Winnie Bear and Godric, it works amazing. Nothing for Tonks, nothing on Danny. I don't even get an ear twitch or a response from Danny or Tonks with this. But I get an immediate reaction out of both Winnie Bear and Godric. So, especially Godric. Like, Winnie Bear will react, but she doesn't like, she's not like, when she sees it, she's like, okay. But Godric will be like, no. He sees that thing and he's like, nope. Yeah, and like I said, if you have, I'm almost I'm almost want to say I think it works better on smaller breeds, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like I said, it works really good on Godric and Winnie Bear, but not on the bigger dogs. And I don't know what the difference is. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't tell you why it has no effect on Tonks or Danny, but it works really good on the 2 smaller dogs. Especially on Godric. Like it works really well on Godric, which was the reason we got it in the first place. That was the whole reason we bought this, was so that we can start training him before getting into the RV. And it worked getting him started in the RV. And now he's like a little travel dog. Like he does so good in here. He finds himself a nice little cozy spot and lays down. They've got all this floor space over here. And that's what Taylor was talking to me about the other day, you guys. He was like, I'll just throw a sleeping bag down on the floor and lay with the dogs. And I'm like, no. One, because that's their space. That's the dog space. That's one. Two, there's a dog kennel there, and we're upgrading her to a bigger kennel here very shortly because she's almost, like I said, she's 30 pounds exactly. And that kennel goes up to 40. So she can still stand up in it, fully stand up. And I mean stand completely up in there. She can turn around in it. And she lays on her back and like plops herself out. So it fits her. So I don't want to hear nothing from anybody about, oh, that doesn't fit her. A couple months ago, I guess they came from a hoarding situation. Oh, wow. Yeah. But we're still going to upgrade her to the next size kennel, which will be great for her because I think it'll do her some good. Only thing is I have to watch for is that we notice when she has more space, then she's more likely to urinate in there. We've noticed that the last week or so, because she's gotten a little bit bigger, she's put on a couple more pounds, she's not urinating at all in her sleeping space. Oh, how cute, father and son. So that's a plus. She's no longer peeing in her sleeping space. So we know now that she needs to be in a space that is just big enough for her to be able to move herself around in, but not move from one side to the, like she shouldn't have space where she can pee on one end and move herself away from it and lay down, which is what she had in this space before, where she would pee over in one corner and then lay down. But of course it would get on her blanket and everything else, and then she would be laying right in it. So we're going to upgrade her, but we're also buying one that has a divider in it, you know, so you buy the kennel that has the divider piece in it so that you can move that divider piece step by step as she grows. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go get one of those probably this week. I'm going to actually order it, like I said, so that I can just go up there and then pull up and then they put it in the vehicle. Trying to make as small amount of contact as possible. And then I can sanitize it and Lysol spray it when I get here before taking it apart and bringing it into the RV. Just trying to be as safe as possible, germophobic if I have to be. So we want to get that set up in here. But Taylor's like, Mom, I can still lay down there with them. And I'm like, I get that. I get what he's trying to say, like just throw a sleeping bag down. But I just don't think it's fair, one, to Taylor to do that. And two, it's just not fair to the dogs to take up what space they do have. So I don't know, you guys, I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place on this. I already talked with the park and I told her the situation and she's like, you know, we look at it this way. Your RV sleeps 4 people, supposed to. It doesn't, but it's a 4 sleeper, which means you can have 4 campers in that, up to 4 campers in it. You're good. I said, okay, but you know, a lot of places have regulations. Like if we only booked for 2 adults she says, we're not a hotel. You just tell us how many people are coming. And so I told her, I said, well, with my son probably getting out, he may be coming up here. We do have the tent, by the way. And so I talked to them about the tent, and I know you can't do camping, like tent camping in the RV spaces. But I told her, I said, we discussed the fact that what if we set up our tent up against the RV and anchor it to the RV and then attach the dog yard to the tent. So the dogs would be able to go in and out of the tent into the RV, into their little dog yard. And she says, we don't have a problem with that because there's a lot of people that have like the gazebos and stuff like that. And so she said, so you could technically say that it is your outdoor dining space, which we had set up already, by the way. We took it down when the wind got really bad, and I was like, oh God, it's going to literally tear the tent off of the RV. So she said, no, you can actually set that up if you'd like, and you can, as your outdoor dining space. And then if Taylor wanted to at night, he could throw his sleeping bag or his cot or whatever he decides to get, throw that off in there at night, and then he's got his own bedroom, so to speak, which I think would be great. He's going to have his own car, so he'll have his car here, because you can have 2 cars on your parking, like in your space. Because a lot of people have like their car, their RV, most of these are fifth wheels, a car, an RV, and then they have like a toy, like whether it be a 4-seater Razor or whatever. So you can have 2 vehicles in your parking space. So Taylor having a vehicle here, my vehicle, and then we could have the other setup. But you guys, I'm really struggling to figure that out. One, because I like being in the RV. Sarah wants to get into her own apartment. Taylor definitely wants his own apartment. He's already talked about that, but right now it's really, really tight because there's nothing available. And then on top of that, a lot of places aren't even opening up rentals right now because nobody's employed. So why would they even open up having somebody living in one of their units if they already know that that person can't pay the rent? Taylor will have a good chunk saved up. So I told him, I said, look at what you have saved up right now, and what you'll have saved up by the time they do. So it could be months, by the way, you guys. This could be months before he's separated, because with everything going on, nobody's allowed on or off the base. So with that being said, he may not even be able to be separated right now or leave right now. So with everything going on. So he's starting the separation process, but it could take months before they actually remove him. And like I said, the reason for that being is the whole COVID thing. So he may be there for a while longer, which means he'll still be getting paid. He'll still be part of the military. He'll still be receiving that benefit, which means he can still put money away to save up when he does separate. So we may not even have to worry about him coming here. I'm just trying to proactively think ahead, that what if they decide that they're separating him and they make him get off the base in a week from now. So I got to think of that, in advance. So I may be jumping the gun and panicking slightly because I really don't want my kid left out there without a place to go. I mean, if we have to squeeze all of us in here, then we do. But I really hope we don't. I'm really hoping that they hold on to him for a couple more months while this whole thing settles down, and we'll be good to go. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here because I need to go clean this mess up. I really do need to take her for a bath. She really needs a bath. And I need to get that mud puddle cleaned up because, wow, that's a mud puddle. And so you guys are amazing. And I need to mop this floor one more time because there's still mud on the floor. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we'll see you guys in the next video.